take a moment and stop what you're doing for 30 seconds. This could change the way you view your entire life. Have you ever felt like something was missing from what you were taught about life, death, or even yourself? Like a page from the book of your soul had been erased? In fact, you're not wrong. Over 1,200 years ago, a manuscript revealed a powerful secret that humanity had kept hidden, and it was intentionally erased from history, not by chance, but because it grants you a power that many do not want you to have. This power is the knowledge of what your soul experienced before you were born, and today, that secret is coming back. This book, which few dare to mention, describes in detail the sacred stages the soul goes through before it incarnates. CEX anime, written in Latin, is an ancient manuscript created over 1,200 years ago by a secret group of mystics. It is said to contain a map of the soul's journey before, during, and after life, revealing secrets that religions and governments hid in order to maintain control over humanity. Each stage of this journey reveals a piece of who you are and what you've been programmed to forget. Imagine if you knew exactly why you were born into this family, into this body, and at this particular time. Imagine understanding your deepest challenges and pains as part of a much larger plan. A plan you chose even before entering this world. We're not talking about vague theories or modern philosophies. We're talking about an ancient map of the soul preserved for centuries and passed down only to a select few, hidden from the world's view. Once you understand this, your life will never be the same. You'll realize that nothing is a coincidence. Every person you meet has a purpose, and every hardship in your life is simply a stepping stone toward something greater. Most importantly, you'll understand that there are no victims in this universe. You are, and always have been, the architect of your own journey. Recognizing this is the first step toward breaking free from feelings of helplessness, guilt, and fear, and taking control of your life. How many times have you looked back on your life and wondered, why am I here? What does it all mean? Most of us live like we're riding on a train with no conductor. Events happen, people come and go, challenges arise, and everything feels out of our control. That feeling of emptiness and lack of direction isn't random. It's the result of forgetting who you truly are and the purpose for which you came. But what if I told you that before you were born, you already knew the reason behind every step you'd take? According to the secret manuscript, your soul underwent a deep preparation before incarnating. You, as a free consciousness, chose your parents, your body, the challenges you would face, and the mission you would fulfill. All of this was decided in a state of absolute clarity, without fear or doubt. Your soul knew that every experience, even the most painful, was essential for its growth. Just like gold is refined in fire, your soul understands that only through these experiences can its light expand. And the best part is, you weren't alone in this process. You were guided by beings of light, masters, spiritual advisors, and loving consciousnesses that helped you design the perfect life for your growth. When you realize that nothing happens by chance, your perspective on life will change completely. Pain is no longer a punishment, it becomes a lesson. Loss is no longer something to fear, it's an opportunity to make room for something greater. Challenges are no longer burdens, they become keys that unlock the next stage of your journey. Once you understand this, pain transforms into strength, fear into wisdom, and doubt into faith. So close your eyes for a moment and ask yourself if this truth resonates inside of you like an ancient whisper. If it does, you're ready to remember the journey of your soul. Let's now explore the 7 sacred stages your soul experiences before birth. According to CEX anime, before incarnation, your soul goes through 7 sacred stages. These stages are like the backstage of existence where all the preparations take place. Each stage has its own purpose. Understanding this process is like reclaiming the map that was lost at the moment of your birth. The first stage is the call of cosmic consciousness. A quiet, almost imperceptible melody can touch your soul, no matter where you are. When your soul hears that call, it will recognize and remember. It's time to take the next step to experience something new, to return to the sacred journey of material existence. And at that very moment, you, as a free soul, face an important choice: to accept or reject the call. Believe me, if you're hearing these words, it's because long ago you made a choice. You chose to return. You chose to live. You chose to feel, to love, to grow, to make mistakes, and to start over. Even after birth, that call continues to echo. It shows up in quiet moments in the innocent eyes of a child, or in the beauty of a sunset that brings tears to your eyes for reasons you can't quite explain. In moments of restlessness, you search for answers that society never provided. Recognizing the call means understanding that you are not just a body. It's the awareness that your existence is much more meaningful than simply working, paying bills, or drifting through life. When you begin to listen to this call, everything in your life will change. You will begin to look for deeper meaning in your choices, feeling the need to live in a way that's true to who you really are. You'll start to remember, even if you don't fully understand how. If this call resonates with you right now, it means you're ready to recall what you've forgotten. This is the second stage, the life review. Are you carrying guilt and regrets that seem to hold you back? How many times have you thought, if only I had done things differently, if only I had spoken the truth I kept inside, if only I could go back in time? Many of us live as though we're trapped by invisible chains, regrets from the past, paralyzing guilt, and mistakes that feel unforgivable. Yet deep down, we know that all of this is part of something much bigger. But what if I told you that even before you were born, your soul had already reflected on all of this and much more in a deep state of awareness? According to CEX Anime, the second stage of the soul's journey is the life review. Before entering a new body, your soul is invited to reflect on everything it experienced in past lives. This review isn't like human judgment. There's no punishing God, no shame, no condemnation, only love and awareness. You'll feel every action you took and how it affected others. If you hurt someone, you'll feel their pain. If you healed someone, you'll feel their joy. If you inspired someone, you'll feel their soul expand. This life review is a powerful lesson in empathy and cosmic responsibility. It's not meant to punish you, but to teach you, help you grow and evolve. When you realize that your soul has already reviewed all your actions, you'll see mistakes and regrets differently. You'll understand that mistakes aren't the end, they're tools for learning. Guilt is just a prison, and awareness is the key to freedom. Forgiveness isn't a gift for others, it's a gift for your own soul. Once you understand this, you'll live with more ease, compassion, and responsibility. The best part is you can change the impact you have at any moment. Imagine that right now you have the opportunity to review your life. While there's still time to make changes, close your eyes and ask yourself, if I were to review my life today, what would I change? What impact do I have on those I meet? What legacy do I want to leave for eternity? That awareness is a true gift. Stage 3, the Council of Souls. Have you ever had to make an important decision and didn't know who to turn to? So many choices, so many paths, and often you feel completely alone in making the decision. But what if I told you that you've never really been alone? That there's always been an invisible, loving, and wise force guiding you since before your first breath. In the third stage of the soul's journey, as described by CEX Anime, You meet the souls who have been with you since before your first breath, the Council of Souls. After the life review, your soul is taken to a sacred space, a realm of pure light where it meets the Council of Souls. Imagine a quiet room filled with love where ancient beings of light surround you. They understand you better than you understand yourself. They remember all your journeys, struggles, and victories. These beings do not judge. They welcome you, and together, you analyze the lessons your soul still needs to learn, the wounds that need healing, and the potential your soul longs to develop. In this council, the plan for your next life is created. You discuss the challenges you will face, the souls you will meet along the way, whether they will be allies, mentors, or even adversaries, and the great mission your soul will try to fulfill. And yes, you actively participate in this plan. Nothing is forced upon you. You make your choices with full awareness. Understanding that you have a loving spiritual team guiding you will completely change how you view life. You'll realize that those powerful, intuitive feelings aren't just passing thoughts. They're signals from your guiding team. Significant dreams, chance encounters, or even inexplicable pains can all be part of a plan crafted with love and care. You'll understand that even now you can reconnect with your spiritual team through meditation, prayer, or deep moments of silence. You may hear those ancient voices and can ask for guidance, strength, and insight. Stage 4. Choosing your life's purpose. The days may blur together, your dreams may feel distant, and you might sense that you were born to do something greater, yet you're unsure of what that is. That feeling of emptiness is not meaningless. It's a sign that your soul still remembers the mission it once chose, even if you've forgotten it while living in the material world. After reviewing your past lives and planning your next steps with the Council of Souls, you reach the most sacred moment, choosing your life's purpose. According to CEX Anime, no soul incarnates without a mission. It consciously and lovingly chooses the great lesson it will seek in this lifetime. That purpose can take many forms: healing relationships from past lives, cultivating compassion, inspiring and awakening others, or introducing new talents and wisdom to the world. Every purpose is unique and irreplaceable. Most importantly, your soul never sets a goal for itself that is too lofty to achieve. You were born with everything you need to fulfill the purpose you've chosen. The first step in remembering your purpose is listening to what truly touches your soul. Ask yourself, what situations ignite passion and energy in me? What causes do I want to address in this world? What would I do with joy, even if I received nothing in return? Your purpose isn't something external. It already exists within you, like a small flame waiting to be nurtured. Additionally, the recurring challenges in life are valuable clues. The greatest pains you face may very well be the seeds of the purpose you came to fulfill, to heal yourself and others. Stage 5. Choosing your body and family. Many people believe that birth is a random event, that you simply show up in a certain family, in a certain body, and in a particular place. However, CEX Anime reveals something entirely different. You actually chose all of these factors before you were born. Your soul, in a state of complete awareness, was guided to imagine different possibilities for your body, your family, your social environment, and even your history. Out of all these possibilities, you selected the path that best aligns with your life's purpose. I know this idea might be hard to accept, especially when you think of lives filled with pain, abandonment, poverty, or abuse. It might seem unbelievable that anyone would choose to experience such hardships, but your soul doesn't think like the human ego. Your soul sees every challenge as a tool, every scar as a catalyst for awakening. It doesn't choose the easiest path, but the most powerful one for growth. You didn't choose your parents based just on their appearance. You chose them because of the unseen lessons they would bring to you. Maybe you needed to learn forgiveness or break painful cycles passed down through generations. Maybe you needed to develop strength by overcoming challenges. The same goes for your body. You chose your physical traits, your genetic tendencies, and your limitations or abilities because they fit perfectly with the challenges and successes you set out to experience. Nothing is accidental. Once you understand this, you'll start to see your life story from a new perspective. Pain stops being an injustice and becomes part of your purpose. Any resentment you might feel toward your parents or the environment you were born into can transform into understanding. You'll realize that the souls who challenged you the most on earth are often the ones who loved you most in the spiritual realm, those who agreed to take on difficult roles for your growth. And this is where transformation begins. When you honor the choices of your soul, you unlock your true power. Instead of seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances, you realize you are a free being who embraced the bravest mission of all, to live and grow through the human experience. Stage 6. The Veil of Forgetfulness. After choosing your life's purpose, body, and family, the next important stage of your soul's journey is crossing the veil of forgetfulness. In the spiritual realm, your soul knows everything. It remembers all its past lives, understands the purpose of each existence, and feels united with everything. But in order to experience life as a human in a deep and transformative way, you must forget. You need to be born as a blank slate carrying no memories. CEX Anime describes this moment as passing through silence, a radiant, smoky portal where your soul leaves behind all eternal truths. It's not a punishment or a curse, but a choice. Imagine playing a game where you already knew all the results. There would be no suspense, no surprises, no growth or pain. All of those are part of the plan. The veil of forgetfulness makes the game of life real and meaningful. It helps you learn to love in the dark, to believe in the unseen, and to find your way even without a map. That's why you don't remember the Council of Souls, why you don't recall choosing your parents, and why sometimes you feel lost. The veil is placed with love so that every step you take becomes truly meaningful. However, this veil isn't perfect. It's thin in some areas, in your dreams, in strong gut feelings, and in moments of deep silence. You will sense glimpses of your true origins. You may feel homesick for a place you can't quite define. You sense that something bigger is waiting for you beyond what your eyes can see. That longing, that search is your soul trying to break through the veil, trying to remember. The best part is, you can begin to tear through this veil right now, when you meditate, when you pay attention to subtle signs, and when you follow your intuition without fear. Little cracks start to appear. Your true light will gradually shine through. You'll remember that you're not just your body, not just your name, and not just your story. You are eternal. And even though you might forget from time to time or doubt, your true nature never changes. It's simply sleeping, waiting for the right moment to awaken. If you're ready to break through the veil of forgetfulness and live according to the purpose your soul has chosen, I invite you to join the Quantum Thinking Challenge. Over the next 21 days, you will reprogram your mind, raise your vibrational frequency, and access the latent power within. Many people have awakened and transformed their lives. Stage 7. The Leap of Faith. Birth. After overcoming the veil of forgetfulness and leaving behind the conscious memories of what was prearranged, you step into the bravest moment of your soul's journey, birth. CEX Anime describes this moment as a confident leap. You, an eternal being filled with wisdom and love, dive into the dense physical realm of existence without guarantees, without certainty, and without memories. Only pure faith and the invisible drive of someone who knows that life itself is the path to growth. This leap might be the bravest thing you will ever do. You leave the vastness of the infinite to enter a fragile, vulnerable body. You accept the limits of the physical world. You accept pain, fear, and loss. You agree to forget your true essence, so through every human experience, you can eventually remember. You are born small and delicate. You take your first breath and you cry. The material world welcomes you, both harsh and beautiful at the same time. The warmth, the cold, the touch. Everything is new. But deep inside, there's something ancient. A glimmer of remembering waiting to awaken. Childhood is when your soul is still closely connected to its origins. Children often talk about past lives, chat with invisible friends, and have dreams that feel like messages from other worlds. Over time, however, the veil gets thicker. Society teaches us to forget. But you never forget completely. In moments of silence, deep pain, or inexplicable joy, your soul still whispers. Your soul remembers the leap you once took and why you came. If you listen, even for a brief moment, you'll feel that you're exactly where you need to be. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to remember. Every love you experience is an echo of eternal truth. Every new beginning is a reminder that you were once brave and that you can be brave again. Take a deep breath. Feel the courage within you. You agreed to be born. You agreed to forget. You agreed to play the hardest game of all, living as a human while striving to remember that, at your core, you are divine. Birth isn't just the start of physical life. It's the beginning of your soul's great adventure in its search for its own light. And now that you remember this, there's no turning back. Once you begin to remember, an unavoidable question arises. Why was all of this hidden from us? If our souls go through this sacred process before birth, if every life has a purpose, if we are the creators of our own existence, why were we taught to live as victims? Why do we grow up believing we are small, limited, and unworthy? The answer is both simple and blunt. A conscious soul is not easily controlled. Since the beginning of civilization, those in power have known a dangerous truth. A person who remembers their true nature, who refuses to live in fear, who rejects manipulation and the illusion of separation, cannot be controlled. Imagine a world where everyone knew they were eternal, that they chose to come here and that they are co-creators of their own reality. In such a world, institutions like government and religion would lose their ability to control through fear. Guilt, punishment, and control, tools they've used for centuries, would no longer have power. That's why this knowledge was hidden, not just suppressed, but erased, distorted, and defamed. Texts about the soul's journey were banned, burned, and buried in history. Those who tried to remind us of our true origins were persecuted, ridiculed, and silenced. Yet truth has its own power. It can't be buried forever. It lives on in ancient texts, in dreams, and in your very heart. Do you feel it? The restlessness inside you, the sense that there's something greater than what you've been taught. Is your soul trying to break through the walls of falsehood around you? The good news is that no one can stop your soul from awakening. The power to remember your true self is already inside of you and always will be. Now, you have a choice. You can continue to sleep deeply, like those who created the veil of forgetfulness, or you can move forward, break old patterns, and live as your true self, an eternal, free, and conscious being. Once you know that the truth has been hidden, the next question is how to start remembering who you really are. According to CEX Anime, the memories of the soul are never completely erased. They stay inside you like seeds waiting for the right conditions to grow, and you can create those conditions. Remembering your true self isn't something that happens with a magical moment. It's a process. It's a gradual reunion with what has always been inside you. Little by little, as you practice and pay attention to the signs, breaking through the veil of forgetfulness becomes easier, and your true light will shine through. It all starts with silence. Modern life is filled with noise and chaos, and that's no accident. In silence, you begin to hear what's been forgotten. Even just a few minutes of meditation each day is like lighting a lamp in the darkness of your mind. Every deep breath, every moment of mindfulness brings you closer to your true nature. Then come the dreams. CEX anime reveals that during sleep, the soul partially frees itself from the body's limitations. Dreams, out-of-body experiences, and recurring symbols. These are all fragments of your soul's true memories trying to reach you. Don't ignore your dreams. Write them down, reflect on them, ask yourself, what is my soul trying to remind me of? Maybe you dreamed of someone you've never met, but when you woke up, you felt as if you've known them forever. Or perhaps you dreamed of places that felt familiar, even though you've never been there in real life. Another powerful way to follow your intuition is simply by listening to it. In today's world, logic is often seen as the only reliable path. But the soul speaks through intuition. Sometimes, without any clear reason, you feel compelled to change direction, reach out to someone, or start a new project. These feelings, if they come from a pure and harmonious place, are not coincidences. They are the memories of the awakening soul. And most importantly, remember, you are not alone. The Council of Souls, your spiritual guides, and your higher self, they're all there waiting for you to reconnect. When you sincerely ask for help, the universe always responds. Awakening is an act of courage. It's about stepping off autopilot, rejecting the stories of fear, limitation, and guilt. It's the daily remembrance that I am eternal, I am light, I am the creator of my reality. Don't wait for the world to change before you begin. Don't wait for everything to be perfect to take action. The world will change when you change. Your life will bloom when you decide to shine. And if these words have sparked something inside your heart, know this: your awakening has already begun.